Okay, great. We are recording. I'm going to share screen real quickly just to kind of keep me on track here. Okay. Let's see, who do I see? Luce, I see your face. So could you give me a thumbs up if you see the screen? You do. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, guys. So we're going to talk tonight all about just building a sustainable business. So we want to have strong retention and we want to duplicate. That's really how you grow a true business, is duplicating. And we want to keep it as simple as possible. So before we even go into starting that, just make sure, is everybody muted? Make sure you're muted, guys. Thank you. Before we go into certain steps of how to build your business, I'm going to give you guys some things to just organize your business, because some of the things that I've heard from some newer people is they feel all over the place. They don't know how to really get organized. And a lot of that is because you need to have the person who brought you in really needs to link arms with you. So if you are a leader and you brought somebody new in, I promise you, you need to link arms with that person. They're really overwhelmed and confused. And a confused mind does nothing, okay? It is very, very low percentage of people that can be tagged on a post and just go with it and run with it on their own. People need to be guided, okay? It's mentoring, all right? Ask somebody that they know they can ask questions and show them the way. Just like when I started, Debbie and I talked almost every day. We talked on the phone. She was guiding me. You have to have somebody guide you. Whether you're a go-getter or not, it really doesn't matter. You still need the guidance. So number one, everybody on this call really truly needs to decide if you're a casual sharer or you truly want to build a business. And you need to decide and tell the person that enrolled you so they know where your mindset is. Because the way that I work with somebody who's casual and somebody who's wanting to build a business and says they want to create financial stability and time freedom, those are two totally different types of coaching. So a casual share would be somebody who is a consultant and they're enrolling and they're sharing away, but they are not building retention. They don't get on the team calls. They don't plug in. They're not answering you back. They might say, I don't have time. And all they're doing is bringing in customers. That's actually a lot of work, and it doesn't create residual income, and it doesn't create longevity in your business. So I started out that way, and I could promise you, you work a lot harder, not smarter, okay? So make a decision. Is that what you want? You want to just casually share when people ask and enroll people and then not really duplicate? And if so, please let your sponsor know. Please, because they need to make sure that your people are coached properly, because they might have you might enroll somebody that could be a total rock star and need this opportunity, and they have know nothing about it because you're super casual, okay? So if you're casual about it, make sure you tell your direct sponsor. If you really want to build a business, make sure you tell them that you're ready to dive in. I'm going to tell you, and Debbie probably remembers this, when I first decided to share and we shared our results on social media, we had so many people interested. We had a little, like, what do we call that? Like a meeting with all of our clients and everything. I was so overwhelmed. And back then it was really time consuming to enroll somebody. And I got so overwhelmed. I spent the whole weekend trying to put all these information in the computer. And I said to Debbie, you know what? I might just send people to you, because I don't have time for this. This is taking me way too much time. And she's like, well, I really don't think that's a good idea. I think this is going to be great for you, and just give it time and you'll learn it, and it gets easier as you go. And I am so glad that she encouraged me to not get overwhelmed in the beginning. But you really truly need to make that decision up front. It is overwhelming at first, but if you have all these things in place, you will get you'll feel more confident with it. So the first thing, guys, is schedule a meeting with your sponsor. Now, if your direct sponsor is casual, they're hardly doing anything, or they're unresponsive to you, then you go a level above them, okay? If it does go up to me, fine, whoever it is. But you need somebody that walk you through this. Somebody that's seriously taking this business seriously and knows what they're doing. So reach out to your sponsor and say, can I schedule a meeting? I want you to walk through the steps with me. And if they say they're not interested, they don't want to train you or whatever, then you see, okay, who do you refer me to? Because you guys deserve to have somebody that is able to teach you the right way. I will not be able to duplicate my business if I don't have leaders sharing correctly. So this is what I want to walk you guys through. The next thing is I have a website now, which I have been utilizing with my new people, and it's been night and day between how they're duplicating compared to before this website. So live2breakfree.com is a team website. It's just kind of showing people how to share right away. Step 1, use the product. Step 2, get your products paid for. Step 3, learn about the residual income. There's resources on there for your customers. So make sure you use that along with your Facebook stuff, because not everybody is on Facebook. But the other thing is you can tag somebody, and then 3 days later, now they're ready for the information and they don't see their tag anymore. So the resources are on the website, and they can actually see everything, how to do a shake day, how to do a cleanse day, videos, all of that. So I use both. Okay, and I'm going to go through that a little bit later too. But I want to talk to you guys about the business login. So if you go to team login, everybody that's on our team, Live to Be Free, should have gone in and created a username. You put your email, you create a password, and then you're able to go in the back end of that website. And I put all the business training in order. Step 1, the new associate training 1 and 2. Step 2, goal setting, and I have a video, and everything's organized. So every single person, whether you're a week in, a year in, 2 years in, you have a system to follow to coach somebody in the business. It's all back there for you. Now, this is what I will tell you. Don't just tell somebody, hey, go back there and figure it out. You are going to walk people through that. So my newer people, if you're on here, and a lot of you that I even kind of revisited, I sent you, hey, watch New Associate Training 1. When you're done, let me know. Now watch New Associate Training 2. Okay? So the next thing is organizing yourself with the Facebook group. So there's Live to Be Free Business Coaching, and there's also Live to Be Free for all of our customers and prospects. Okay? And isogenicsbusiness.com. I have a video. If you don't have it, or your person, whoever enrolled you hasn't sent it to you, or you want to watch it again, if you don't know where it is, let me know. I'll actually, I believe it is pinned to the top of our business page, but I'm happy to send it to you directly. It's not even that long. I think it's 13, 14 minutes. And I literally walk you through the website, isogenicsbusiness.com website, and our Facebook groups, and how to use each resource. And I'm telling you guys, it will help you so much. Just watch it a couple times and you'll be like, boom, I got it. Because I share my screen and I walk you through it. Okay, the next thing to organize is Penny App. Penny App, there's a free version and there's a paid version. But this is going to help you guys so much, which I'll get in a little bit more as well as we go through this call. But Penny App is kind of like a personal assistant. Okay, it's going to have reminders, keep you updated on your customers' orders, when their auto ship's coming, all that stuff. And then, of course, the Leader in Action worksheet, which I did a live today. Make sure you have that. That's organizing your business. That's important. And then, of course, you want to join weekly calls. Every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m., we have a weekly team call like this. We have monthly personal development calls. Personal development is a huge part of growing yourself, because a lot of people don't do well in network marketing because of their belief in themselves. They believe in the products and they believe in the compensation plan. They trust me and they trust other leaders that they're doing well, but they don't believe in themselves. And if you don't work on your personal development, you're really not going to grow. So I believe really wholeheartedly in personal development, and Debbie has been a huge part of my personal development journey. And she actually takes time out of her every month, once a month, she commits and does a personal development call for our entire team. And it's such a tremendous help. So you want to commit to that. We have great podcasts. So if you want to learn, maybe as you're cleaning your house or in your car, taking your kids back and forth to wherever they're going, or maybe at night before bed, instead of watching TV or Netflix, maybe you should start learning this business and listen to a podcast. That's how I started. And then, of course, we have our Live to Be Free business page, which our Facebook page has so many resources in it. Click announcements, all the important things are up top. So everything really is there for you. So I have this quote, it's success in network marketing is not about what works, it's about what duplicates. And I am going to tell you right now, guys, if you're not duplicating, if it's just you enrolling and there's nothing happening, then you're not going to create residual income. Okay? It's not about what works, it's about what duplicates. This system will duplicate if you work it. Okay? And then learn, do, teach. I put my @Gina R because I kind of came up with that. And I talked about it today on my live. That's literally the business. You learn, you do, you teach. You learn, you do, you teach. And it's literally what you do over and over again. Okay, so let's get started on a process here. Basically, this is the business. Number one, you're sharing, right? So that's going to include building your network, connecting, social media, and also using your tools and leveraging your time with your team members. So I'll go through that. But that's number one, is sharing. Sharing, talking about it. 2 is supporting your customer. So now after you share, you got to support your customer. You don't want one-hit wonders. You don't want a customer that does something for 30 days and stops. That's really not going to create any huge boom in your business. That's going to be one-time PIB. That's it. So you want to support your customer. I'll talk about that, from enrolling them to their initial 30 days to following up with them and building retention. And very important, you can't leave this one out, is sharing the business opportunity. So if the whole success of this business is by duplicating and you're not sharing the business opportunity, you're already basically, making your own business stop. Like, you're not going to grow if you don't even talk about it. So we have to get over that. And a lot of people who do not share the business opportunity is either from some kind of fear, self-doubt, or not having the confidence. And that's where the personal development really helps. And this is all you do. And then you repeat it and you keep doing it, every person you bring in. So once you have your system down, you're going to fly. Okay. So let's talk about each area. Number 1 is sharing. Okay. Here's some ideas, guys. It's time to take some screenshots. It's time to write some notes, especially if you're new or you're ready to just say, I've been dabbling and it's time for me to get serious. Number 1 idea is host a nutrition challenge. So when I first started, we actually right away said, who wants to do this with us? So right away we had people and we got our products covered from the very start. I was not opposed to that. Then we did a nutrition challenge. That's when we did a seminar and Debbie shared it to all of our clients. You can do a nutrition challenge virtually. You can create a Facebook event. You can ask a whole bunch of your friends, neighbors, coworkers, families, who wants to join and do a 30-day commitment, money back guarantee. Let's support each other. Okay. You guys can put maybe a group messenger or group text or group me. There's so many different ways now. And you keep your tabs on those people, but you use our support page, our Live to Be Free, so that it leverages your time, that you have power in numbers, right? And you have all the resources already there. Okay. Host a nutrition challenge. That's a great way to get started, guys. Next one, host a virtual grand opening. Now, shout out to Lindsay for this, because she came from another company and she asked me, do you ever do virtual grand openings? I'm like, no, what is that? And she said, well, it's kind of like a grand opening to your business. You host it. I would host it with you, or your sponsor, if they're comfortable doing it. Anybody that's a willing leader that would do this with you. And you're basically telling everybody, this is why I'm doing this business. This is why I'm passionate. I'm educating you about what it's all about. And here's how you can support me. And the legwork is really on your sponsor or your team leader that's going to host with you. You're just there to share. Because a lot of times people just start posting on social media and your friends are like, what are they doing? What's that all about? This really makes you like accountable. Like, I'm doing this. This is my business. This is why I'm passionate about it. So I really urge everyone to do this. And even if you've been doing this for a while, think of a way to host something that really, helps you kind of come into that forefront and taking ownership of this. Next, make and keep an ongoing list. This is so important. And don't let your list discourage you if people say no. My first list, I let it discourage me because every person said no to me that I wanted to share the opportunity with. The products were a little easier. Everybody that I asked about the opportunity said no, and it discouraged me. But what I learned was I shouldn't have let it discourage me, because a lot of those people actually did, when they saw my consistency and my success, came back and asked about it. So always keep a list. It keeps people fresh in your mind. And I have in the back end of the business website, I have ways to make your list with cold, warm, and hot connections. So that's all there for you too, how to make a list and how you track it. Continue adding to your funnel. That means expand your network, guys. So this is where, when you work on your Isogenics business, you are out connecting. So, you know, a lot of times right now, social media is big because so many people are not seeing as many people. They're not as social, but you want to always expand your network, your reach. People that you haven't talked to in a while, you should be starting to get back in touch with them, comment on their post, private message them. Birthday messages, always send a private message. I like to use voice clip so they hear my voice again. It's really a great way to kind of revisit the relationship with people, maybe from high school, college, an old job you had. There's so many people through social media that you really truly can connect with. And then as you meet people, friend them, connect with them on social media, okay? This is continually needs to be something that you do over and over again. Consistency on social media, guys, is so important. And I know a lot of you have had success with sharing and then people commenting. So you just keep those people on a list because they might not join right away, but eventually they're going to. I promise you, they will. It might take them a few years, but they will, because your consistency is going to be such a turn on to them. But ATM method is add, tag, message. Okay, so you have somebody on social media, they comment on your post, or hey, send me info, what's that about, yada, yada. ATM, you're gonna add them to Live to Be Free. Hey, I'm adding you to a support page because there's so much information and I want you to see it. They accept it. T, tag them. You know what I like to tag on? The transformation album. Hey, so-and-so, tag them. Check out this album of all our team's transformations. It's so inspiring. And then you tag them on the pinned post that says, learn more about Isogenics. I have the video. It's all done for you guys. That's what I'm saying. It's super simple. And you say, hey, so-and-so, watch this video so you understand what it's about. And then I'd love to get on a call with you. And then M, message. Message them with 1 to 2, maybe 3 people on your team that either, if you're new, maybe your sponsor so they can help you, or somebody that really would resonate with them. So if somebody has to lose a lot of weight, maybe message them with somebody that's had a great amount of weight loss on our team. If it's a male, message them with another male. If it's a new mom, message them with someone that's a new mom. The team's going to work together that way. If you ever need help and you're new and you don't know who to message them with, just ask. But also your direct sponsor is always a good one if they're really plugged in. If you have a sponsor that's plugged in and knows what they're doing, you want to introduce your new customers to them. They want to build community. You know, you want to make sure that your new person gets all this community benefit too. So here's the bottom line, guys. Don't overthink it. You're looking for people who are willing to try products and talk about it. That's literally your audience. People who would try products and talk about it. Don't overthink your avatar. It doesn't need to be a trainer or somebody that loves to work out or somebody that needs to lose 10 pounds or somebody. It does not. It's people who would try products and talk about them is your audience, period. It could be so many different people, guys. Keep it simple, okay? Now, when you have so if you're brand new, your sponsor should be walking you through your first 2 to 3 signups to make sure you understand the enrolling process, what it all means, because it could be confusing to you. It's a lot easier now than it used to be when I started, but have them help you. Even if you think you could figure it out on your own, there's a couple different ways that we enroll. You could use our recommended links. I'm still old school because I want to connect so much with everybody I talk to. So if I don't see them in person, I do a phone call and I get their information and I set them up. Okay, if it's somebody that says, hey, just send me a link, I want to think about it, then maybe I will. But I personally like to do the enrollment for them, get them set up, answer their questions, because I don't want them to get stuck thinking about the price or, oh, I don't know what flavor I want, or this is overwhelming, forget it, right? So I just personally, I'm all about building that relationship. I think that's why I have the retention I have. So I personally love to enroll them myself. But there are different ways to enroll people. So you want to make sure your sponsor shows you that, okay? Step 2, and I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I just want to make sure we get through all this and I'll answer questions at the end. But step 2 is so important. Supporting your customer. You know, if you just enroll somebody and you're so excited for them and they get their box and they never hear from you again, it really is so disheartening. It's so disheartening. I cannot tell you how many people I enrolled that used to do isogenics a while ago and had zero support. Several even said after they signed up, they never even heard from the person at all. There was no Facebook support group. There was no text, nothing. So supporting your customer is huge, and it's huge for retention. So let me show you what I do. Setting them up for success. First of all, in our Live to Be Free group, there's literally announcements. It goes through like step 1, learn about the products. That's for prospects that are learning. Step 2, which packs they should pick. Step 3, getting ready for your first 30 days. So this new customer, it's actually step 3 in the Live to Be Free page, and it's setting up for your first prepping for your first 30 days. Okay, it literally tells them what to do. Download the IsoLife app, go to my website where they have the resources. Here's the ebook for your recipes. I even put that there so that they see it several times. And here's a video to walk you through your open the box. Now, I did that video because there were so many people not doing an open the box call with their new customer. And that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that they have that information. So I did a video of an open the box, going through the products, what to expect, so they can actually use that as a video that they watch. However, you could follow up with them and do a call, which I would strongly suggest. Hey, after you watch all this prep, let's just chat for 5 minutes, see if you have any questions. You know, sometimes people text you, I'm good, I watched the video, I'm all set, and then that's fine. But a lot of times they say, let's just get on the phone 5 minutes, I want to just ask you something. And we get them on the phone like, all right, are you excited? Did you take your before pictures? So you have any questions? And it could be a quick 5-minute call to really pump them up and just let them know I care and I want them to have an amazing result. Now, the community support is so important. So make sure, again, that you're doing that M part, the message part. You're looping them in with some people in your community or your team that would resonate with them, that can also help support their journey. You know how it is when you do anything with a big change, the more support you have, the better. And some people are doing this completely on their own. Their spouse might not support them. Their friends might not support them. And so this community will be so meaningful to them. The IsoLife app, make sure they have their app downloaded. And then IBC is ISA Body Challenge. So make sure you set them a reminder to go through their IsoLife app and join the ISA Body Challenge. Just tell them, listen, just do it. Just do it. Even if you're just given this 30 days, you're not sure you want to do 16 weeks, start now in case you want to finish, okay? And that's what I say to everybody, so they get that $200 coupon at the end. So this is a lot here, but this is also all in the post that preps them for the start. So it's all there for them. So you can always review it with them. That's why I like to get people on the phone and review. Okay, have you done this? Have you done that? Great, let's get going. The next one is truly just be a cheerleader. You don't have to be a nutritionist. You don't have to know anything about the ingredients or the products or how they work, except for that you're supporting them, you believe in them, and you're checking on them. That's really all it is. So don't overthink the coaching part. It's really just being a cheerleader for them. It's supporting them, being a good friend. They came to you for help, and you want them to know that you're there for them. The 3-week Zoom, I know that I have taught on this and trained on this. If you are not comfortable doing this, then ask your sponsor to do it with you for your first few. I promise it'll be easy once you get through a couple of them. You're basically showing them their back office, you guys. So I do want to tell you guys that a lot of people don't order again because they don't even know how to log in. They don't know their username or their password, and they don't feel like calling the company. They don't feel like texting you about it. So they just don't ever order again. Maybe they'll order from their neighbor down the street. Hey, grab me some shakes. I don't even know how to get in my account. So this is really important. And, you know, it's worth the time because it's really going to set up an independent customer. You should not have to order for people, especially as you grow a big team. You're not going to have time. So 3 weeks, you have a Zoom. If you're new, you do this with your sponsor. I tell people from the beginning, I don't even ask. I just say something I offer is that when you're about 3 weeks in, I'm actually going to do a Zoom. I'm going to walk you through your entire Isogenics account so you know how to log in and you know how to order should you decide to keep ordering. And I'm also going to answer any questions, see how you're doing, so I can best set you up for success so you can keep the results, and if you're going to continue to lose weight or maintenance or whatever it is. And they're like, oh, wow, thank you. So it's a really nice thing to offer. Don't ask. Don't wait until a day before their auto ship and say, oh, did you want to get on the phone? Or if not, I'll just send you a video of how to adjust your auto ship, because that's not really taking that time to want to connect with them and teach them. Remember, this is teaching. So you want to teach them, this is how you log in, and this is how you order, and this is how you edit your auto ship. So a Zoom, if you're close with the person and you see them all the time, you can sit and, do that in person. It's also a great time to tell them about sharing if they have not yet done so. And then Penny helps you with this. So if you are somebody super busy and you have the Penny app, and it'll tell you auto ship reminders. It'll tell you whose auto ships are coming up. So you know whose calls to schedule. And that's helped me so much because I used to just write on my calendar, and if I missed it or forgot, I'd like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to set this call up. But when I see Penny app, oh, so-and-so's auto ship is next week, I know, hey, what time is good for you next week? We got to get on our Zoom so I can walk you through everything, okay? Remember, it's the way you present that. I use this example for a few people. If you went and tried a new person to cut your hair and they said, listen, in 3 weeks, I want you to come back. I'm going to give you a complimentary blowout just to make sure you still like your haircut. You would go. They're offering something to you as a new customer. They're thanking you for being a new customer, and they want to make sure you're happy. That's what a 3-week Zoom is. Thank you for trusting me. I want to make sure this is a lifestyle change for you, not just, a quick fix. So at 3 weeks, I'm going to walk you through everything. I'm going to set you up for success. If your posture is one of offering it, they will receive it. If your posture is, I really don't want to get on the phone, I really don't want to spend the time, then it's going to come off that way. People smell fear from a mile away. So be bold and be brave, or do it with your coach until you are. And then, use the resources. So our recipe album is great. Snack ideas. We have a ton of different resources in the printable resource album. So what you guys could do is, instead of tagging somebody on the same day, maybe the day before they start, tag them on the recipe album. Hey, I know you're starting tomorrow. Here's some recipes to look over. Or on their cleanse day, you tag them on or you send it to a text. You could take the things from the Facebook group. It's all stored there. You could take that and store it in your phone and have a personal message. Hey, here's a good snack, the approved snack list for cleanse day. I just wanted you to have it. Little things like that. So it's not all the same time that you're sending 10 bazillion things, but you're dripping it. You're using the resources. They're all there. They're all there for you. So you can use them. And then live coaching. So hashtag live coaching. Anybody that is a leader in the group that goes on and presents any kind of information, whether it's shake ideas, snack tips, what to do if you're hit a plateau, it's all going to use hashtag live coaching. So you can pull that up and maybe tag them on something that pertains to them. All the announcements in Live to Be Free too, the announcement tab is going to be really helpful for you to walk your person through the steps. So that's there for a reason too. So that's great, easy ways to support your customer. And I know it might seem like a lot, but the really cool thing is it's all in one place. And once you have a rhythm down and you do it, it becomes really easy. Okay, so step 3. The most important thing to remember is you always share the business opportunity. I don't want to hear, they probably won't want to do it. They told me no, I promise you, if you truly believe in this business opportunity, you will share it. You will share it. And if you don't believe, borrow my belief. Borrow my belief. Borrow somebody's belief, because it's such a disservice to not share this because you have assumptions or your own fears. It's really not fair. Okay. When I met Debbie, and Rod and I met Debbie, if she thought, oh gosh, you know what? These people are already trainers. They probably already use protein. I don't know them. They're going to think I'm weird if I bring it up. She would have robbed us of our entire life right now. She would have robbed us because she was worried about herself. But instead, she just shared what she's passionate about. And it was up to us to say yes or no. That's how you have to look at it. Okay. So your initial conversation with anybody that you bring in, you must show them gratitude that they're supporting your what? Business. This is not like, nonchalant. If you take it like that, they're not going to take it seriously for you, right? If you don't treat it like a business, they're not going to respect you like a business or respect your time. So the first thing that you should do is show gratitude for their support. Thank you so much for reaching out to me for your nutrition. It really is supporting my business, and I can't tell you how much this means to me. Number one, you're already telling them it's a business, right? And you're thanking them, you're having gratitude. And then share your passion. I don't care if you haven't made any money yet. If you're passionate about sharing, they need to know why. You know, I had such a great result and I never have felt better. And I just truly love what I see my team members doing, and they're sharing and they're earning some income from home. And I just lost so much income the last few months from COVID, and I'm so excited about this. So I'm so appreciative of people like you who reach out to me. You guys have got to own it. Your own fears are stopping you. That's the problem, right? So once you own it and you come forth and you don't try, it's not smoke and mirrors over here, guys. It's a business. That's why I love the virtual grand opening, because you're launching your business. You're proud of it, right? Otherwise, I feel like people are like scared. Oh, I'm ashamed. I'm scared. It's one of these things. That's you. And that's what energy you're putting out there. Okay. You need to be the change. You need to be the passion behind it. People love passionate people. People support passionate people. You know, if you hire anybody to do anything and they do it without passion, you're not going to have them back. I guarantee you. All right. No matter what it is. If you go for even like the groomer for your dog, if the person seems like, oh God, I have another dog that I have to wash, they have no passion for it, you're not going back to them, right? Even teachers, your kids' teachers, the ones that aren't really passionate and in it for the right reasons, you feel it. So you've got to be passionate about this, okay? Always tell them from the start that there's a promo if they join with 2. Okay, it's not weird. You're making it weird for no reason. There's a promo. Isagenix offers if you have 2 people that you want to start with, you actually can earn enough money to cover your first pack. Do you want me to help you do that? That's it. You're just offering it. You can also, I know a few of you that we did our one-on-one calls, you made some Google Docs to have something to send to people before you get on the phone with them. And one thing that is are you interested in joining with 2 and earning your pack for free? And then people can say yes or no or maybe. So ahead of time, you kind of already started that. So when you get them on the phone, you could bring it up. So that might ease it in a little bit if you do have an issue. But honestly, it's just kind of one of those things. Hey, hey, just so you know, if you do want to join with 2 friends, or if your husband wants to do this and somebody else, there's a promo. If you join with 2, you earn X amount, and tell them the money. Always tell them the money, because they might think it's $10. Okay. So if you are going to do the premium pack, okay, great. Now, if you have 2 people that you want to do this pack with, you're going to earn, what is that? $300. Does that sound like something you're interested in? All right. Just don't make it weird, because it's a promo that Isagenix offers. So it's not for you to judge who you offer it to and who you don't offer it to. Offer it to everybody, because you don't know what people are needing right now. Okay. And then the 3-week Zoom, guys, again, please do them. You want to revisit if they did not join with 2. Sometimes people love the idea, but they say, I can't find anybody, and I try to post and nobody's okay. That's fine. 3 weeks, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, you're already down 6 pounds. Wow, you feel great. Listen, that promo is still available. I want to help you get your second month paid for. Let's do this together. You guys have to help them. Here's what you can say. Here's a text you can do. 3-way message me. Here's a post idea. Your new people don't know what to do. They don't. They might want to share, but they have no idea how to. So this is really important that we help our customers share. Okay. And so if anybody's new to the business who I enrolled, I'm sure you could put in the chat, did I not feed you what to write, right? I say, here's a post idea. Here, post this. Here's a picture. Tell me what you're thinking. I'll edit it. Here's a message you could send. Here's what you could, literally, you guys, it is teaching. That's the key word here, is teaching people how to do this. So I want you to ask yourself, if you have nobody that wants to do this, are you teaching them how? Or do you expect that they're going to say, oh yeah, I'll do this and run with it? Because you have to support them with the products and with the business, okay? We have weekly opportunity calls, guys, every Thursday night. So when you have a customer, every Thursday night, they should know that they have an opportunity to tune in into one of our opportunity calls. Every Thursday, 8:30 p.m., somebody shares this business and how it works and the comp plan and all of that. They're already enrolled. It's really smart for them to listen to how they might be able to earn some income too. Use that. Use that to explain it to your customers. I post every week in our product page when we have one of those calls. So if you can tag underneath, hey, Sarah, check out our Thursday call. And you might want to get your products for free, or maybe you want to earn income from home since you love the product so much. Okay. Share with them why you're doing it. I didn't know if I wanted to, I think most of you started for the products, probably 90%. I didn't really think I wanted to do this business. I just wanted the products, but my gosh, they work so well. I was so passionate. I started sharing. So maybe you're interested in doing that too, right? That's just share your passion. A 3-way call with a leader. Guys, if you don't know how to cast the vision or explain the business, ask somebody to do a 3-way call with you. A Zoom, preferably, so they can really see the person and hear. And then, of course, the casting the vision, guys. And always leave the door open, because if you cast the vision, you never know when somebody's life completely is going to change and they're going to say, okay, I want to revisit that thing you told me about, how you earn income from home. Can you tell me more about that? You never know. So always leave the door open. But when you cast the vision, and I remember really struggling with this when I started, I'm like, how do you cast a vision? I don't understand. How do you really do that? And it does take time to become strong, confident in doing that. So if you don't know how, then ask somebody who does to get on the call with you. But it's really about sharing what's possible with this, okay? The other thing about casting the vision is, maybe somebody buying their products, they don't care. They're like, I could spend the money on the products. But maybe the vision of leaving their second job, or allowing more time with their kids, or paying off $10,000 in credit card debt, or just getting that extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month is really going to have them perk up. Maybe the $200 products every month is whatever, but they don't really know the income that's up front. And I am really big on upfront now. It took me time, but now I want to show everybody those bonuses. There's so much money on the table. My goodness, those rank advancement bonuses, there's so much money on the table. And who am I to prevent somebody from reaching those, right? So if you turn somebody to an associate and you didn't even tell them there's time bonuses, they have 30 days to earn the crystal consultant, and then 60 days for the manager. Maybe it's 90 days. I have to look at my calendar, but you want to make sure that they know crystal bonuses are timed, and that you're going to show them what's next. Here, this bonus. Okay, now we're going to go for this. And there's so much money. And I think that when you don't share that money, and some of you don't even know, some of you are on here and you have no clue how much money you're not making, because they're not focusing on it. That's why leader in action is so important. You have to just share the money, okay? It's really important that people understand this compensation plan has some income up front, and then there's some long-term residual income, and they literally have to eat their overhead. And if they're already loving the products, how are you not telling them about this? You're not telling them about this. So I'm not telling you guys you're not. I'm just saying some of you are afraid to share the business opportunity. And you really need to ask yourself, why? Why would I not want to share blessing somebody's life with this? You are only responsible to show them the way. You're not responsible for whether they do it or they don't, right? Somebody can buy a gym membership and never go. And somebody can get a gym membership and go every day. That part's not up to you, but you do need to tell them about it. So that's basically in the steps. If you just learn this, guys, and you literally do the same thing. Don't overcomplicate it. Everything's really laid out for you guys. It really is. I did that for a reason, because a system is good to follow. And I thought it would just be so much easier if we just had everything and on a website and on a Facebook group. That's it. 2 places. So that people that aren't on Facebook a lot know that there's a website. I do both. I show everybody both. And it's a way for you to feel guided through while you're sharing. So what I'm going to do now is open it up for questions to see if anybody has a question about anything. It is, totally open for that. I'll stop the recording so that the video is not too long, but I will stay on for questions.